This video is sponsored by Vernal. So a lot of people think photographers' lives are just one big adventure after another, that we're always in cool places, doing cool things, taking photos, making content, but in reality, that's probably about 10%, maybe even less of our actual lives. Most of our lives, the other about 90% is spent at home behind a desk, working and editing those photos that we took on said grand adventures. And as someone who's gone through a ton of different desk setups and tried a bunch of different things, I think I finally found one that is perfect for photographers, so let's get into it. This is day 2 of me trying to film this video, mostly because I honestly just got a little overwhelmed last night trying to film the A-roll. Not perfect, but we are here today. Like I said up front, this video is sponsored by Vernal. They sent out the desk we're gonna be checking out today for me to try out, and yeah, thanks to them for sending it out. Let's get into the actual desk itself. So these Vernal desks come in a variety of different shapes and sizes. The one I specifically got is the standing desk with the bamboo top and the white legs in the 60 by 30 size. And before we get into the actual desk itself and kind of what makes it great for photographers, I just want to make a little bit of a note here at the beginning that the setup process for this desk was seamless. Like I said up front, I've gone through a lot of different desk setups, and to be completely honest, I put off putting this desk together for a good week or so because I was just dreading setting up another desk, because it can sometimes be pretty cumbersome, especially with these standing desks with their electronic components. It can be a little bit of an afternoon of a task, but I was pleasantly surprised with the Vernal desk, just how simple it was. There wasn't a ton of steps. It all went together in less than 30 minutes. And yeah, it was probably the most seamless experience I've had building a desk in a long time. And the entire desk uses like the same one screw, which is fantastic. All of the bolts went in nice and smooth, nothing got stuck. Yeah, building experience was an S tier for me. The build quality of the desk is also superb. It's probably the most beautiful desk that I have ever personally owned. The bamboo looks gorgeous. Everything feels solid and premium. And as someone who actually took a look at a desk from Autonomous about a year ago, I think these desks from Vernal are a lot better. The desk I got from Autonomous, I was not impressed with. I didn't try any of Autonomous's like bamboo finishes. They sent me one of their white ones. Definitely not impressed. Super flimsy, felt super cheap, but this desk here from Vernal is great. The other thing great about these Vernal desks is that they are actually pretty customizable. You can kind of pick and choose the parts that you want to create the desk setup that you need, and that's kind of where this desk becomes great for people like me and creatives in general, because we're not all exactly the same. We all kind of need different things, but I think they have good enough options that you can find stuff that really works for you. So the accessories I chose to go with my desk were the desk shelf slash riser and the drawer unit that can go underneath the desk. And we're gonna get into more of that in a minute, but I think that these two things combined with this desk make it great for photographers. Another accessory to mention that I think is very cool, and if I ever have a PC again, I'll definitely be picking this up, but it's actually this attachment that goes onto the side that allows you to take your PC tower off of your desk and kind of set it either off to the side or below it on its own little kind of riser. So it's not sitting on the floor, but it's off your desk space, which I think, like, where was that when I had a gaming setup a year ago? That would have been great for that setup. But yeah, that if you edit off of PC, then that is probably a must-have accessory for you. And honestly, it's one of the first of its kind that I've really seen. I don't really know if that is a common thing, but yeah, I definitely really like, you know, the little PC holder. All right, let's get into the actual details of the desk and why I think this is perfect for photographers. We're gonna start it off with the grommet holes built into the desk. And now, if you don't know what a grommet hole is, essentially they're cutouts in the desk that allow you to run cables through your desk so you can access them quickly. And I'm usually not a fan of grommet holes. I think they take up a lot of real estate on the desk. But with that said, I think on this larger size, plus the fact that I got the desk shelf unit, the grommet holes kind of stay out of the way if you don't want to use them, but if you do, they're actually pretty handy. So for example, if you want to set up a battery charger for your camera, you can simply run the cable through one of the grommet holes, pull it out, charge your batteries, put it back underneath the shelf if you pick up the shelf unit, and it creates this very seamless and nice setup for charging your batteries. You could also run kind of a phone cable through here if you want, but yeah, grommet holes, great for charging or for cables you need constant access to. Moving over to the desk shelf I decided to add. Now, this is great for a few reasons. A, it's an easy way to lift your monitor up to eye level, but it also gives you additional storage on your desk. So again, as a photographer, I've recently had to invest in some more different storage systems. So I got a RAID storage, I got this SSD hub, and thanks to the desk shelf, I'm actually able to store these nice and neatly, but still have the desk real estate above it thanks to the shelf. So I can store, you know, again, my SSD drives underneath the shelf. It's also a great place for me to store my laptop since I edit off of it. And it just gives you extra real estate on your desk for the things that you need. Another little attention to detail, I'm not even sure that they meant to do this, but the shelf itself has a little bit of a cutout in all of the legs that is the perfect height to run cables through. So again, plugging in my MacBook to my studio display, I'm able to run that cable underneath the leg of the desk shelf, creating a very seamless and nice looking setup. The desk shelf also comes with a drawer unit. I don't have a ton stored here in mine, but it's a good place if you have like an iPad or a notebook you reference frequently, if you want to store SSDs or anything that you need quick access to. Moving on, I also got the drawer unit. Now, I think that this is probably one of the best additions, and it's something that I've been wanting to add to my previous desk before I had this one, because again, it's just nice to have storage at your desk as a content creator or photographer. At my previous desk that didn't have any drawers or anything like that, I would have to store all the little things that I use all the time in like either the storage in my closet or off to the side. But with this, I'm able to just put it all within hand's reach at all times. So things like card readers, microfiber cloths, SSDs, ND filters, microphones, anything you could think of that you want quick access to, you can store down in this drawer, which is super handy. And this drawer is also lined with a microfiber mouse pad material because you can actually double this as a keyboard tray if you prefer to do it like that kind of old school 90s where you have the pull out keyboard at the desk. You can do that here as well if you'd like. The front just kind of bends back and then you can use the keyboard here as well. So if you want to keep the desktop clean, maybe you're a digital artist or something like that, and you want to work on the desk clean without the keyboard and mouse there, you can just use the drawer instead, which is pretty handy. Okay, I'm sure a lot of this video is coming off sounding like an ad, and I'm trying to be as personable as I can. This was the problem I was having last night when I kind of like called it quits, because I was like, this just sounds like an endorsement, like I don't even care. And I'll be honest with you, I originally built this desk up. As you can see, we're not in my usual room. I built it in a spare room in the house because I was really just gonna build it, make the video, you know, and be on my way. But after literally sitting down to use it, I'm going to be replacing the IKEA desk I have in my room with this desk. It's gonna become my main desk. You're gonna see it in all my photos and videos going forward because that's how much it impressed me when I took it out of the box. Again, this does sound like an endorsement. Yes, Vernal is sponsoring this video, but I promise you this is actually my own opinion and the desk that I want to be using for the foreseeable future, and I can definitely recommend it if you're looking to get one of these. All right, a few things that I didn't kind of go over were the standing features. Yes, this is a fully automated standing desk, but to be honest, that was probably the least exciting part for me. It works the way you'd expect. It goes up, it goes down. You got presets available. You can lock it in a certain position. It's quiet, it's smooth, it's sturdy. But yeah, that's how it works, just like any other standing desk. Yeah, but I think that'll be it. Like I said, I was very impressed with this desk personally. It's gonna be my main desk going forward. It's gonna replace the desk that I made a video on a couple months ago. And yeah, this is what we're gonna do going forward because again, as I progress as a photographer, I'm starting to need a little bit more on my desk here and there. So I think this is gonna be the desk that's gonna fit my needs best, especially now that I've added like RAID storage to the desk. It's just nice to have the shelf and things like that to have a little bit of extra storage on the desk. But let me know in the comments what you thought of this desk. Would you consider one of these? Would you pick it up? Thanks again to Vernal for sponsoring this video. And as always, thanks for watching.